Welcome everyone to our exploration of the Micro1 AI interview process.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to get into this.
Same here. And, we're doing this because there's just a massive wave of anxiety out there right now.
Oh, absolutely. It's a really stressful topic for a lot of job seekers.
Exactly. I mean, imagine you're sitting down for a job interview, right? The camera clicks on, your microphone connects, and you suddenly realize you aren't talking to a human.
Yeah, it's just you and a machine.
Right. And people are terrified. They feel like they're stepping into this completely unknowable mystery. Like the machine is going to throw these completely random, unpredictable questions at them, and they'll just, freeze.
And that is a very real, very common anxiety. I mean, we are so used to sitting across from another human being, right?
Yeah, where you can read their body language.
Exactly. You can gauge the temperature of the room. So when you remove that human element, it feels like you're losing all your control. But based on all the candidate reports and system behaviors we're looking at today, there's actually a massive twist here.
Okay, a twist. I love a good twist. What are we talking about?
Well, the twist is that those questions, they are usually not random at all.
Wait, really? Not random?
Not at all. In fact, many candidates notice that in a Micro1 AI interview, the questions often come directly from the candidate's own resume.
No way. So it's not just pulling random brain teasers out of thin air.
Nope. It's using your past experience, your profile, and the skills you listed. So it's not a mystery box at all. It's actually more like a mirror.
Okay, I really want to challenge that, though. Because, traditionally we think of a resume as just basic background information, right?
Like a cover letter?
Yeah. It's just the document we hand over to get into the room. A recruiter skims it for, 6 seconds?
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Right, and then the actual interview begins. But you're suggesting the resume plays a much more active role here, so let me make sure I'm getting this. It's like the resume isn't just a background document we hand over, it actually builds the map for the whole conversation.
That is exactly the right analogy, yes. In a Micro1 AI interview, the AI interviewer may use your exact details to guide exactly what it asks you.
Wow.
Yeah. You give it the map, like you said, and the algorithm builds the interview based entirely on the roads you drew.
That completely flips the power dynamic. That means you, the listener, actually have an enormous amount of control over your own interview.
You really do.
Because if you build the map, you should know exactly where the conversation is going to go. So let's break down the mechanics of this. Why does the AI care so much about the resume?
Well, think about a human hiring manager first. They're usually, busy, tired, maybe looking for a quick reason to say yes or no.
Right, they just skim for familiar logos or big job titles.
Exactly. But an AI interviewer doesn't skim. It reads the resume very carefully, almost like a focused detective. It looks at specific, granular details.
So it's reading every single line.
Every single line. Let's say you list skills like Python, SQL, Excel, maybe Amazon, QuickBooks, data analysis, or project management.
Okay, a standard skills list.
Right. To a human, they just see a solid list and think, great, they have the skills. But the AI may stop and ask immediate follow-up questions about those exact skills.
But why is this different from a normal human interview? Wouldn't a human ask about those skills too?
They might, but a human will usually just see Excel and nod. They want to keep the conversation going. They want it to be friendly.
Ah, right. They don't want to make it awkward.
Exactly. Humans avoid social awkwardness. But the AI does not feel social awkwardness at all.
So it doesn't mind stopping the whole conversation to grill you.
Right. It might stop and ask you to prove exactly how you used Excel. It wants to know the verifiable facts.
Wow. Okay, it's totally immune to small talk. It just wants the proof.
Yep, it's a relentless fact checker.
So we need to be incredibly deliberate about what we put on that page. Let's go through some specific resume details that can trigger these targeted questions.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's start with a skill. Like, say I listed Python or SQL on my resume. What could happen?
Well, the AI won't just ask for a dictionary definition. It might ask something like, can you explain a time you used SQL to solve a specific problem?
Oh, so it wants a real-world application, not just, I know it.
Exactly. You claimed you have the tool, now prove what you built with it.
Makes total sense. Okay, what about a job title? Let's say I put down customer service manager.
Job titles are a big one. The AI might ask, what were your daily responsibilities as a customer service manager?
Because people inflate their job titles all the time, right?
All the time. A human might just assume what a manager does, but the AI wants to hear your actual daily tasks.
Okay, next one. A project. Like I wrote that I worked on a website redesign project. What happens then?
The AI wants to know your specific contribution. So it might ask, What was your specific role in the website redesign project?
Oh, I like that. It's checking to see if I actually did the work or if my team did it and I'm just taking the credit.
Precisely. It separates your work from the team's work.
Brutal, but fair. What about a tool or software? Let's use QuickBooks.
The AI might ask, what specific features of QuickBooks did you use the most?
Got it. So if I only logged in once to print a receipt, I'm going to be in big trouble.
Oh, you will definitely be in trouble, yes.
Okay, here is one I see all the time. Numbers and results. People love putting huge numbers on their resumes, like increased sales by 20%.
Oh, humans love big numbers.
Yeah, they do. So how does the AI handle that?
The AI loves data, but it wants the math behind it. It might ask, you wrote that you increased sales by 20%. How exactly did you measure that result?
Wow. So you can't just throw out a nice round number to look impressive.
No, you have to be able to explain the system you used to get that number.
That is a huge trap for anyone who maybe exaggerated their metrics a little bit.
Definitely.
Okay, last one. What about vague phrases? You know those corporate buzzwords everyone uses? Like strong communication skills or data analysis experience.
Those are actually major triggers for the AI. It might say, can you give a real-world example of a time you used strong communication skills to fix a conflict?
You know, it's funny. Those vague words are basically like empty boxes.
Yes, that's a perfect way to look at it.
And when you give an AI an empty box, it'll always ask you to open the box and show what is inside. It won't just accept the closed box like a human would.
Exactly. It is programmed to resolve that ambiguity. And that actually brings us to some of the most common mistakes candidates make.
Let's talk about those mistakes, because if I know the AI is reading my resume, my first instinct is to try and game the system, right?
Right, which is a terrible idea.
So what's the first big pitfall?
The first one is listing schools you cannot explain clearly. If you put it on paper, you better be ready to teach a class on it.
Makes sense. What else?
Using that vague resume language we just talked about. If it lacks detail, the AI will force you to provide the detail.
Right, the empty boxes.
Another huge mistake is copying text directly from job descriptions.
Oh, like just pasting the job ad into your resume so you look like a perfect match?
Yes, instead of using your own words. It is so dangerous.
Wait, does the AI know you copied it?
Of course. It detects patterns. If your resume perfectly mirrors the job description, it flags it as unnatural, and it will grill you on those points to see if you tell them the truth.
Oh man, so you are basically daring the machine to expose you.
You really are.
Yeah.
And that leads to the next mistake, exaggerating your experience to look better.
But why do people exaggerate if they know the AI is going to ask them about it?
Because they're used to human interviewers. Humans might let small exaggerations slide, just to avoid being impolite.
Yeah, calling someone a liar to their face is incredibly awkward.
Right. But the AI does not feel social awkwardness. It will directly ask for proof. And if you cannot explain it, the AI will notice immediately.
It just doesn't care about your feelings. It only cares about the facts.
Exactly. And the final common mistake is simply not reviewing your own resume right before the interview begins.
Oh, I can see that. You apply for a job weeks ago, you send in a version of your resume, and by the time the interview happens, you completely forgot what you wrote.
Yes. And since the AI is using that specific document to generate questions, you have to know what's on it.
Okay, so we've mapped out the dangers. Now, how do we prepare? Give us some practical, simple tips to get ready for this.
Sure. The very first actionable tip is what we just said. Read your resume, line by line. You need to remember everything you wrote.
Line by line. Got it.
Next, prepare one simple story for each important skill.
Okay, so if I list 5 skills, I should have 5 short stories ready to go.
Exactly. And for each story, be ready to explain exactly what you did, what tools you used, and what result you got.
What I did, the tools I used, and the result. Keep it simple.
Keep it very simple. Use clear examples that anyone can understand. And most importantly, and I cannot stress this enough, do not pretend to know something you do not know.
So don't try to fake it.
Never. Honesty is much safer. If you don't know a tool, just say so. The AI will respect the logical consistency of the truth.
But what if the listener gets nervous and just, forgets their story entirely?
That happens. The best way to prevent that is to use simple transition words.
Transition words, like what?
Like first, next, and finally.
Oh, okay.
If you use those words, it keeps your story organized, and it makes it incredibly easy for the AI to understand your logic.
That makes a lot of sense. You know what? I think we should actually show the listener exactly how this sounds. Let's do a quick practice round.
Oh, a mini role play. I'm in.
Great. I will play the AI interviewer. I'll use a very polite but direct tone, and you be the candidate.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Here we go. Hello. Your resume mentions you have data analysis experience using Excel. Can you explain a specific project where you used this tool and what the result was?
First, I collected the daily sales numbers from our main database. Next, I used Excel pivot tables to find the most popular products we were selling. Finally, I shared a report with my team, which helped us increase our stock of those items by 10%.
Okay, stepping out of the AI character for a second. That was fantastic. Let's explain to the listener why that answer works perfectly.
It's all about structure.
Exactly. It was not too long. You used those transition words, first, next, finally. You named the specific tool, which was pivot tables.
Right. I didn't just say I used Excel.
Yep, you proved you knew the feature. And then you gave a clear, measurable result at the end. It was so clean. Let's do one more quick example.
Okay, hit me.
Let's do one of those vague phrases we talked about. I'm the AI again. You mentioned having strong customer service skills. Can you provide an example of how you use these skills to solve a problem?
First, a client called, and they were very upset about a delayed shipment. Next, I listened to their frustration without interrupting, and I tracked their package using our software. Finally, I offered them free overnight shipping on their next order, which calmed them down and saved their account.
Stepping out of character again, that was so strong. You took an empty box customer service and you filled it with a specific action. You calmed down an upset client, you used the tracking software, and you saved the account.
Thank you. And notice how slowly and clearly I answered.
Yes. You didn't rush. You just stated the facts. The structure made the answer completely bulletproof.
And that's all the AI wants. It just wants clear data.
I really hope this encourages the listener because, while talking to an AI might feel totally strange or intimidating at first, you actually have a lot of power here.
You have all the power.
Yeah.
Because you wrote the resume.
Exactly. So as a final reminder to everyone tuning in today, before you do a Micro1 AI interview, do not just practice standard common interview questions.
Right. Don't just search for generic questions online. You must carefully review your own resume. Because your resume may control the exact questions you are asked.
It's your map.
Yeah.
You drew it, so you need to know it. And, before we go, there's actually a really provocative thought I want to bring up.
What's that?
Well, think about what we just practiced. We're talking about training ourselves to speak with this clear, simple, honest logic for a machine, right?
Right. No fluff, no exaggerations.
Exactly. So if we learn to do that, could preparing for an AI interview actually make us much better, clearer communicators when we talk to other humans, too?
Oh, wow. That is a great thought. We get so used to using buzzwords and exaggerating with other people.
Right, but the machine forces us to be honest and organized.
So by learning to talk to a computer, we might actually become better at talking to each other. I love that.
It's definitely something to think about as you get ready for your next interview. To everyone listening, we wish you the absolute best of luck on your interview journey. You've got this.
Good luck, everyone.